It's a review discussion on Mardi Gras Massacre 1978. This is so terrible, and it goes on forever, and it really would have been awesome if it was like in a 22-minute like Tales from the Crypt episode or something, where this guy's like going around New Orleans killing. He's going into these dirty bars, picking up these dirty women prostitutes and sacrificing them, not to the devil, but to an Aztec goddess. And it really gets repetitive after a while, because that's the whole thing. He just goes to random different bars, even though it looks like the same bar every time. But,
you know, it's alright, trash. Lovers are trash. They enjoy this.
Actually, it's pretty terrible. Even lovers of trash wouldn't even love this. And the whole time they play this, like, ambient music with fake, you know, like when you go into the haunted house around Halloween time and you pay $20 to go in one of those haunted houses, and it's playing those fake ghost sounds. That's what it sounds like the whole time. And the ambient music is like a combination of like Amazing Grace being hummed with those fake ghost sounds. I swear, I'd probably have a funner time watching the Mindy Project on Fox. What the heck? In a marathon, all episodes in one night. I'd probably have a funner time if I saw Oprah Winfrey in a skirt. Heck, I'd probably like it more than I did this, even though you get to see a bunch of naked women being sacrificed. But if you hardcore love 70s, you definitely love this, even though it gets really boring and the detective cops, they're on no one's tail. They're supposed to be investigating, and he just like dates one of the prostitutes, and they basically just hang out drinking beers the whole time, talking about how they know nothing about this killer. And it gets so old, and this dialogue is so bad. Like, of course, everyone knows that I'm a veteran of seeing really bad 70s and 80s horror films. But this is up there with one of the worst in terms of entertainment value. And it's actually really good to start off. I'll tell you this, the villain, the guy who's going around sacrificing all these people in a suit, amazing actor. He brought a great performance. He's really creepy in his voice and everything. His whole performance, he just nails it. And you really get brought into it in the first 20 minutes or so. Then after that, it just gets a little redundant. And of course, they milk, if you're a hardcore fan of Mardi Gras, I'm sure you've already seen this film, because they show like a semi-Mardi Gras presentation where they really milk it with the extras hardcore. And towards the end, it's like 10 minutes left in the movie, and the cops finally get a good tip of where this guy's at. They get a tip from a Chinese restaurant that serves takeout and delivery. And he's like, oh, we got the tip now. We know he's on Madison Avenue. We know where he's addressed. He could be sacrificing 3 more girls right now. But hey, let's go to the bar and wait for backup. That's a direct line that he uses. The cop's like, let's go to the bar, even though we know where the fucking villain killer is. In the last 10 minutes, when it's supposed to cut to the chase of the action and be building up the suspense, it's almost like real life instead of it being a movie. It's so terrible. And then it's just like typical 70s fashion. It's a car chase ending. This was hardcore popular in so many 70s action movies. And so is the whole investigative cop angle too. They do that like in Black Christmas and like The Town That Dreaded Sundown, you know. And this is one of the worst depictions of it in terms of the cop screen time. And the killer ends up driving into the water of the banks and disappearing, and the only thing left is his fucking Aztec mask, and you're like, it's not fucking scary. You're not fucking scary. I'm gonna give it a D-, and that's all I have to say from now on. I'm out.